So nobody here at the Light Imaging Facility really knew how to undertake this kind of event and really knew how to organize one. So we had to draw inspiration from what we already knew, which was light microscopy, and from what others had done before us. So large microscope companies that had already organized an event such as a micrograph competition. So the first month of planning was really researching what others had done. So the structure, what others had done in structure and how they structured their entry categories. What kind of categories were they? Were they categories that allowed electron micrographs? Were they light micrographs? Were they, what age groups were they? Were they high school students? Were they college and above? Were they amateurs? Were they experts? So there was a lot of different things that you could consider in the categories. And also, what kind of judging criteria were you going to use when you get the micrographs? How are you going to score them? How are you going to choose the winners? So from everything we researched of these big microscope companies, we made an outline of what we really were looking for and how we wanted to develop our competition. So the vision that we had our first year was really to get the public to just be involved because we wanted to increase public awareness of the Clemson Light Imaging Facility. So the longest and the most detailed part of getting this whole thing organized and really getting it on the ground running was making a set of rules and regulations. This rules and regulations would be the basis for running a smooth contest, for informing the public of what they're getting themselves into, and this took months to write. It wasn't just a thing that you could get done in one day. We had to really make sure that the facility itself was protected, but also that the entrant rights were protected, because nobody wants to submit an image that they're not going to have rights to. And so it really did take multiple years to kind of see what did work, what didn't work. But we had the basis of other microscope companies and other people who have run these competitions to form these rules and regulations from them to see what worked for them and what could possibly work for us. And so for an example of like why this is important is because, well, this past competition year, we had a entrant that wanted to submit an image, but they read through the rules and regulations and saw that we had put a clause in ours that said that we have non-exclusive rights to use these images for whatever kind of promotional material that we want it to be used for, which we wanted to use it for promotion of the competition. But this person, who was a skilled microscopist, saw that, and the way that we worded it made him think that we were not giving him any rights once he submitted his photo, that we had all rights and he gave up all of his rights. And so it hindered him from actually entering the competition, which is something that we don't want to do, but it's good to kind of work through and to see, yes, this works in the rules, this does not work in the rules. So we're changing that for this year, and we changed some words around so that people won't be hindered from entering. And so the other thing that really did bring this idea into a reality was advertising the contest, which was a huge deal, and it took a lot of time also. And it was really cool to see, because once you have started at really sending out this promotional material and advertising for the competition, that it kind of has to happen, because people are relying on it to happen, they're expecting it to happen, they're acting on it and submitting images to the competition, and then they really want to see it come to fruition.